Hi guys, my name is Nonema Dikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. One thing that I can tell you about the Senzo Meyiwa case at this point, after listening or watching uh who's this with Nemakosonke Zongo, as I was busy working and also listening to all of this, I actually realized that it's either the people that were building the case and its foundations, they thought the reason they pushed for 2020 arrest, I think they believed it is going to end there in 2020. What they never had in mind is us watching the case as the country, like we do, paying attention to all the details. We are paying attention to detail. That's what we are doing. And we are curious, where is this going to end? I don't think they saw it. Uguti, this is how we are going to accept it, and this is how we are going to pay attention the way we are. Justice for Senzo Meyiwa cannot be achieved through shortcuts. No, it can't happen like that. It cannot be manufactured through coercion. It can't happen like that. And it cannot be delivered through narrative management. No, it can't. Senzo was just an icon. That cannot happen. Justice is not a performance. No, it's not. It is not a public relations exercise, and it is not a courtroom drama written to satisfy a political timetable. No, they are not going to play us like that as South Africans. It's not going to happen. Justice requires something far more difficult, a lawful investigation, credible evidence, and a fair, transparent process, which where we are right now, that is not what is happening. And right now, that is not what South Africans are seeing at all. What we are witnessing in this trial is not public cynicism, but it is public engagement with the law. We are even learning all these laws, all these sections, because of the Senzo Meyiwa case. That is what it has brought us. Because what we are trying to understand, what happened and why is it happening? And also, it is a nation. It is a nation watching closely, listening carefully, and asking hard questions about how this case was built. The nation is curious. And those questions are not coming from conspiracy theorists. They are coming from even lawyers, from analysts, from proper journalism, from ordinary South Africans who understand that a murder trial is not a storytelling contest. It is a constitutional process. And that scrutiny alone has exposed something deeply uncomfortable about South African law fraternity. Deeply, very uncomfortable, or especially NPA and SAPS, maybe even the judiciary. A prosecution struggling to meet the most basic criminal law standards. Because in criminal law, you don't win by insisting harder. You don't win by repeating a version louder. And you don't win by browbeating witnesses into alignment. You win by proving your case beyond a reasonable doubt. Is Baloyi passing this? No, he's failing dismally, with evidence that is reliable, with witnesses that are credible, with investigations that are lawful, and with procedures that are fair. And if any one of those pillars collapses, the entire case collapses with it. That is how you win a case, with all those things that I've counted, all four of them. What we are seeing instead is a case built on unstable foundations, a case that keeps shifting its own narrative from post to pillar, a case that leans heavily on questionable witness accounts, a case that seems more focused on salvaging a storyline than interrogating the real truth of what happened to Senzo Meyiwa that night. And that is not justice. That is damage control. Let us all be clear about something important. South Africans are not demanding perfection. They are demanding competence. They are demanding honesty. They are demanding legality. They are demanding a prosecution that respects the victim enough to get the facts right. It dishonors them. It risks convicting the wrong people, what we see in that courtroom. It is so bad. Because when the state brings a weak case to court, it truly does dishonor the victim. It dishonors them. It risks the conviction of wrong people. It risks letting the right people walk free. And it risks compounding injustice on top of an already tragic crime, which is unfair, not just for the Meyiwa family, but for everyone that is involved. And here is an uncomfortable truth. A wrongful conviction is not justice. It is not even closure. And it is not accountability. It is a second crime. What is happening there, what we are hearing through the evidence, it's a second crime on top of Senzo Meyiwa's name. Now, a crime now that is committed by the system itself. Imagine that. Imagine a crime that is committed by the system itself. How weird is that? How dangerous is that? This trial is not being criticized because people hate the prosecution. No, it is being criticized because the prosecution keeps failing basic legal tests. Tests like consistency of evidence, credibility of witnesses, lawfulness of investigation, procedural fairness, logical coherence of the state's version. These are not technicalities. These are the core of criminal justice. Why would Baloyi, with his experience, fail that? Why would Baloyi fail such? And when those things are missing, no amount of courtroom theatrics can save the case. Never. Because right now, this is the fourth defense witness. And in fact, this is the third witness under the first accused. And we are already having such problems. Isn't that embarrassing for the state? Justice cannot be bullied into existence. It cannot be forced through intimidation. It cannot be engineered through selective memory. And it cannot be constructed through narrative pressure. Never. The Constitution does not care how badly you want a conviction. The law does not bend to public frustration. The rules of evidence do not change because a case is politically sensitive. Either the case is proven or it is not, period. And that is why what we are seeing now is not people being negative. It is citizens of South Africa exercising their democratic right to scrutinize state power. It is the public saying, show us the evidence, show us the legality, show us the credibility, because we know that real justice does not fear scrutiny. Only weak cases do. Senzo Meyiwa deserves justice, not optics, not shortcuts, not scapegoats. He deserves a case that can stand on its own feet without coercion, without contradictions, and without courtroom theatrics. No, all of that is not needed. And South Africans are right to demand answers. And because a prosecution built on unstable foundations does not honor the victim, it risks compounding injustice. This is not South Africans being cynicism. This is accountability that they require. This is what happens when a nation refuses to accept a broken legal process just to get a headline conviction. That's what South Africans are refusing to do. And until this case meets the most basic criminal law standards, there cannot be justice, only damage. That is all that we see, damage. What are your thoughts when it comes to this? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.